starts now.
Friday, a man in grave danger called 911 from a cell phone, but the system gave dispatchers and Omaha police the wrong location. Ultimately, that man was killed after a long standoff. The delay caused by technology. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Griswold.
And I'm Craig Negrelli. When we call 911, we expect the person who answers on the other end to know exactly where we are. But more and more, that's not the case because most of those emergency calls are made on cell phones. Reporter Kevin Boughton uncovers what your smartphone is not telling dispatchers.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Last Friday, John Edwards, while held hostage in this northwest Omaha home, called 911. The system told dispatchers where the cell tower connecting the call is located, not the man, a difference of about a mile.
And typically people don't think about 911 until they need it, but when they need it, it better work.
That call came in at 10:20 in the morning. It took police and deputies and the 911 system until just before 11 to determine where the call was actually coming from. Douglas County 911 Director Jenny Hansen says the system is still designed to work best with landlines.
As mobile as we are, know where you are at all times.
Today, the FCC requires phones and wireless systems narrow down a 911 caller's location to between 30 and 500 meters, depending on the network type. By next year, though, carriers will be required to pinpoint a caller's location to within 50 meters.
Our industry is working very hard to do that very quickly because we know the power of these new location technologies and what they can do.
We've seen call confusion before. On a frigid January night in 2005, Michael Wamsley and Janelle Hornickel called 911 from rural Sarpy County while hallucinating on drugs after their truck got stuck.
Mike, I want to help you so bad, hon. I want to find out where you're at.
Deputies couldn't find them, and the two froze to death. More than 10 years later, as new technology is installed, Hansen says people still shouldn't assume their phone tells dispatchers where they are, and people should always be aware of their surroundings.
Where do you start? And if you're able to talk to our dispatcher, our call taker on the phone, and describe what you're seeing, where you are as much as you practically can, that certainly helps.
Kevin Boughton, Action 3 News.
How common have cell phone calls to 911 become? Hansen says the majority in Douglas County come from cell phones. We dug deeper. In 2014 and 15, 80% of calls to Sarpy County's 911 center were also from cell phones.
Family and friends will remember the two